to address these music producers that are trying to capitalize on, I don't know, selling their skill set. First of all, anybody in the world can claim to be a music producer. First of all, how would you describe yourself as a professional? That'd be my first question. Like, what do you do? Are you somebody that is so worried about the nerdiness of like the megahertz and all that shit and knob turning that you forget that the songs that people are making them for people that can't afford like $5,000 surround sound systems or anything like that? I mean, why? What value are you adding? I don't get it. And I'll tell you why I don't get it. I've not heard one of you break down any of these songs at all. Like, what are you hearing? I don't even get it. I mean, I started following a couple of YouTube channels thinking that oh yeah, this guy knows what's up. And then literally it's like every single one of you have been making a track on your YouTube channel and you're like, yeah, dude, this shit's lit. And I'm like this. I know I'm not deaf. I know I've got musical ability. I know people follow me for my music. What are you hearing? I don't get it. Like, I almost submitted a song to Curtis King's, whatever. He said, what is it? You pay $20 and he'll evaluate your song for some, whatever. The thing is that I almost did it just to see his facial expression and reaction in real time, because that's all I need to get better in my craft. I need to read the person who's hearing my shit as I'm hearing it with them as well, so that I know what to pay attention to, what to scrap, and where to go with it. I'm openly ADHD. I make my songs like that for a reason. It's like one hook after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, that are similar enough, but just different enough to where if I see the facial reaction react in a positive way, I take that one out of that song, scrap the rest, and add each little segment. The intro, the refrain, the chorus. It's a journey. Like, don't you guys get that? Like, and by the way, there's actually like research studies that prove that women, when they listen to music, and they do actually support the music industry, let's see, 80% of the sales total are all women. Hello, Taylor Swift has Swifties because like when a woman, and like this is documented, when a woman decides that she's a fan for life, she will follow that artist off a fucking cliff. Like live, die, eat, breathe for that. Like she's a fanatic. Same with little girls. Everybody wants to buy their daughters gifts. Taylor Swift has merch. Why are you guys not getting this? And what's frustrating about it is that God, and I don't even get this, okay? Women 40 and up spend the most money per household than any other demographic in the United States of America. They're usually the ones that are buying things for the house. Their children are now leaving the house to go to college, and they've come out and they are bored as fuck. They're bored. Guess what? We don't want to hear something that's on the Touch Tunes jukebox blasting in our faces on a Saturday night when we actually went to talk to our friends. And no, I'm not paying cover for that. You didn't even put on a show. If you're going to step on a stage, I'm assuming that you think you're a performer. If you're a performer, you commit to the performance. Otherwise, what am I paying you for? I like my headphones. I would rather listen to music on my headphones than lose my voice and like literally go deaf because it's got to be loud. That is not how people enjoy music. Like, I don't know if it's like this everywhere else in the United States, but right now in the city of New Orleans, I can tell you there is nothing cooking and nothing going on. It's like if you went to go search women, female artists, recording artists in New Orleans, you get a list of people that are basically children of huge jazz musicians that were groomed into this for the jazz scene. Then you have a community that, like, I mean, I just recently met the most incredible female rapper I've ever met in my life. She's like my sister from another mister. I kid you not. And I want to work with her to evolve the sound of our city, because what apparently happened, and I get it. Now, you have to understand, this is a situation between the haves and the have-nots. I want to share my resources. I want to share what I know with the community that did not have the advantage of growing up with certain information that I have. I'm trying to do this, not only just for the city, but everybody who's a musician wants to make music because they love music. And there's nothing more magical than when you get a group of us in one room, and I don't mean everybody, okay? I'm gonna do a video on a long list of actual facts that literally will tell you in within 2 seconds of meeting somebody whether you're talking to a legitimate universal musician who are forward thinkers, open-minded, love music more than anything, and have that kind of an energy, and people that just learned an instrument. Okay? The problem with the people that just learned their instrument is they don't listen to the whole song as an actual. It's a composition. It's a piece of artwork. It's supposed to go on a journey. It's supposed to involve everybody. You know, if you can't do that, then you're not making good music, and it's not appealing to the people that spend the most money and who actually will follow you off a cliff, which are women. Women want to feel something when they hear shit. Okay? We don't want to go deaf. And we don't want to get angry. Honestly. I mean, I've maybe met five women who legitimately, in my entire life, love that rage metal genre. Legitimately. Not because of some guy. Just 5. Yes, Tamara. Now, I'm at my wit's end because here you guys are with an opportunity to build an actual independent musicians world with the entire world of music and musicians, okay? Like a team. Now, some asshole telling me that he's a music producer because someone taught him how to turn knobs is not going to impress me. What information are you planning on providing me that I don't already know? Number 3, are you even open-minded, and how many genres have you even heard or listened to? Do you know the history of music? Do you know music theory? If you don't know these things, you are useless. Okay? Everybody knows that equalizer presets are mathematical. Everybody knows that. I mean, I spent 2 full weeks figuring out how to make Bachman-Turner overdrives, Let It Ride sound incredible in my Suburban in 2008, and ran it through so many equalizer presets that what I realized I was doing was bleeding my ears, and I had to literally cut it out, turn the volume down, and start from scratch because I was just addicted to knowing exactly which equalizer presets I prefer. That's not doing anything. And I don't know what kind of weed you guys were smoking when y'all came up with some of these categories and terms and where to hide shit in there has got to be somebody out there that is knowledgeable enough to just answer the fucking questions. All right? Everybody knows you need to set your limit. You need to go to the limiter setting. Well, it's different in GarageBand and Logic Pro. Now I'm having to learn a whole new DAW because I'm committed to this that much, to where And like there are unlike GarageBand videos, there are no Logic videos that are just like, hey, guess what, beginner? This is what you were used to. It's right here. Let me show you. Let me show you how to set yourself up for you to discover your sound. I mean, I found this one video that taught me that this guy very quickly said press command option something, and all of a sudden his shit was like, his MIDI segments were all like matched. And I was like, wait. I need that information. I'm going to get carpal tunnel. Like, what are you doing? Now, I'm not attacking you by any stretch of the imagination. I would love for there to be some kind of discourse, debate, interaction, intellectual conversation about what's actually going on with the sound of the music and all that shit. I would love that. I would absolutely adore that. In fact, I'd pretty much like, pretty sure I wrote like a 3-page email to Curtis King thinking that he would be open to the idea of actually like starting a YouTube channel where women get to put their insight into the rap hip hop scene, because I literally heard 2 children that were accepting money to evaluate music that was being created by artists, listening to this automated voice thing that makes people sound like they're singing. That's not rap. It can't be rap if you're singing it, even if it's digitalized. Rap is spoken. It's non-instrumental sound added to the song. And yes, there is a way to notate it as well. I know this. Like literally, because it matters to me. It matters to me. I mean, why doesn't it matter to y'all? I mean, I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to lose, and I also don't even care about copyrighting my shit. Like, shit. It's like there's nothing more. I mean, it's the highest form of compliment ever. Highest form of flattery is for someone to steal your shit and like expand on it. It means you had a good idea. That to me is a community. Like, that's like, hey, what do you know I don't know? Because I want to know what you don't know, and I'm pretty sure I know something that you're gonna want to know too, because we're like equal nerds. Why is this such an issue? I mean, Jesus, like if you guys want to like go viral in a smart way, why don't you guys do something like a Gong Show version of we'll evaluate your song for $20. I would pay $20 to join a group that literally submitted 3 songs one day of the week, 4 times in 1 month, and then had like an actual open competition publicly to see who wins. I would totally commit to that. And I don't need you to tell me any words. All I need is to watch you hear what I'm hearing, and I should know how to adapt to that. And I don't mean one genre, I mean all of the genres. If you can't find the one thing that connects people to each other, and you can't find that little bit of magic, the twist of lime, just that little spice that like connects everything, then at the end of the day, you're basically just making noise for yourself. I mean, I started making all my stuff in public, and when I tell you, I'm pretty positive that I am redundantly plugged into my mixing board and maybe my vocal transformer and maybe my iStream Pro, iRig Pro. And a couple of other things are probably definitely redundantly plugged in. But that's the beauty of discovering this stuff. And I'm trying really hard right now to bring this city together and start an actual club where, I mean, they've got dart teams, they've got pool leagues. Why don't they have like a musicians league where like literally you join it, you pay a fee, and once a week you show up with your equipment and you share each other's equipment and actually explain to each other exactly what's up so you don't waste your money. Because I've wasted my money. And when I was getting ready to actually start my show, and this is disheartening, what I didn't realize is that the boys in this city were so scared that I would succeed that the musicians actually stole all of my equipment that it took me 3 years to actually like amass. And I'm in debt because of that. But I'm glad they did. I'm really glad they did, because I wonder how many accidental purchases I made because it was like 4 o'clock in the morning and I was on Amazon, and like this thing that I think that I need that isn't probably not going to work with whatever I already had was getting ready to not be on sale anymore. And I'm like this, no, several times. So they did me a favor, because after that happened, my connection at Guitar Center hooked me up with somebody who works at Guitar Center who can translate what I need to know in my language. My language is, I have zero interest in learning y'all's vocabulary words. Cognitive resources are like, your brain only has so much cognitive resource available. I don't even remember people's names on the first go around unless they either make an ass out of themselves in front of me or do something just so completely unforgettable, which is very rare, that I absolutely immediately know exactly who they are. Because unless they're going to be in my life, I don't need to remember what their name is. They'll get a nickname before they get a name. And honestly, it's okay if I don't remember your name, because I pay attention enough to pick it up later if you are a relevant part of my life. But that's by default, and it's like over time. I'm not going to make an effort to remember something that I'm never going to use again. I've been through this. I'm a handyman, I did construction, and I'm also a handy woman and self-taught. And when I tell you that is the most retardedly frustrating thing to be involved in, is when you're talking to somebody who presumes to know way more than they do because somebody that had gray hair taught him one way. Okay? It's called a crescent wrench because it's shaped like a crescent. It doesn't matter what the brand is, it's a crescent wrench. No, it's called blah, blah. No, it's not called anything other than what it is. It's obvious. And, you know, I've been fighting this battle all my life, and I am not going to stop, by the way. I'm like addicted to it. Because just because you're older, just because you've been somewhere longer than me, just because you shook hands with people that made a lot of money, how did they get there? Were they actually talented? And what did they do to, and how did they wind up getting fucked over? Because they didn't think about it. I got approached by the industry and I said no. I said I would not sign with anybody unless I was guaranteed to be anonymous, just like the Gorillas, like a cartoon character, because I'm about the music. I'm not about the fucking fame. I don't want fame. I don't need fame. I love myself the way that I am. Fame is just like a 4-letter word with an awesome theme song that actually like, fame, I want to live forever. I'm sorry, I just like had a moment. I've got to make a video. Anyway, I digress. My whole point is that Vanilla Ice wrote a song about me, obviously. I'm saying right now, guys, stop. Collaborate. Listen. I mean, I'm back with a brand new invention. My ADD grabbed a hold of me tightly. It flows like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? I hope not. And I only light my cigarettes until I drop. But to the extreme, I rock my mics like an idiot. Redundantly plugged into 18 things because she's living it. So, yeah, and just wait until, like, you see what I mean by that. Okay. Are you ready? Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. There's actually even more stuff, but I do know from my ADD friend clubs. So like basically, I meet with my friends at 2 a.m. in the morning during the week time because that's when all of us ADHD people are awake, and we have like a super flow, like awesome, freaking brainstorm session. We plug things in and plug things out, and like seriously, things happen and it gets done. Believe it or not, when there's enough of us together, as in more than one of us, and we love what we're doing. It's incredible. I really wish it would become a thing because I'm really tired of the self deprecating humor. Look, ADHD is not what people think it is, it's like a superpower. Seriously. The last time I had a normie in my world, and literally while I was in flow state, she interrupted me to ask me if she looked good in this outfit. I gave her the face, which looks like this. And because I'm not attracted to women, I did not know what to say because no, she did not look good in that outfit. She's incredibly overweight, not worried about it, and just like slovenly all over the place. But anyway, I wasn't going to tell her that because I know better because I've known girls. So I just said, "Are you comfortable?" Because that's the next logical answer. But yeah, normies interrupt us. Like, mega. Seriously. I'm so glad I haven't had one in my life for a while. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful life. I've got a different room for everything that's all girl fun. Like dress up. I've got 3 sets of tiny little kids drum sets, which literally my friend and I totally like had like a headbanger just like session to randomly the other day because that's what I do. Yeah. So I kind of want to make that a thing. Like ADHD people, we're all up at 2 a.m. during the week, and we all pretty much work in the service industry because, or some kind of a service industry because we can't keep a 9 to 5 job to save our lives because it's just not the schedule. Duh. Or we're miserable if we do that. But yeah, I don't think we should make fun of ourselves for it. I think we should use it together.